All right, so you're planning a trip to Amsterdam in 2025? Awesome. You are in exactly the right place. We're going to skip the usual tourist traps and help you put together a trip that is genuinely unforgettable. Let's dive in.
Yeah, we've all seen the postcard pictures, the canals, the bikes, the museums, but this guide is about something more. It's about blending those must-see sites with experiences that feel truly authentic. We're going to help you find the real rhythm of the city.
So, what's the difference, really? On the left, you've got the standard checklist. It's fine. But on the right, that's where the magic happens. That's the real Amsterdam. It's about creating your own adventure, and we are going to show you exactly how to do it.
Okay, first things first. We have to talk about the city's most defining feature, its incredible network of canals. You just can't visit Amsterdam without getting out on the water.
You've probably heard Amsterdam called the Venice of the North, right? Well, here's a little fun fact for you. With over 1,500 bridges, Amsterdam actually has more than Venice. This is a city that's truly built on water. So the crucial thing is how you explore them. Instead of getting packed onto a giant tour boat, why not try something a little different? You can actually kayak through charming neighborhoods, join a small, intimate boat tour, or even take a canoe safari just outside the city to get a little dose of nature.
And don't just take my word for it. One traveler said it perfectly about paddling through the canals, calling it one of the best ways to see the city. It's just a totally active, personal experience that gives you a whole new perspective.
All right, from the waterways, let's move on to the culture. Amsterdam is packed with world-class museums, but the experience goes way beyond just the big names everyone talks about.
So on the one hand, you've got the icons, the Rijksmuseum, the Van Gogh Museum, and the Anne Frank House. They're absolutely essential. But check out the other side. You've got these fascinating alternatives. Ever seen taxidermy as high art? Or want to know how in the world they even built those canals? These smaller museums are often less crowded and they offer a really unique story.
Okay, now listen up because this is a huge tip. If you want to visit the big three, you absolutely cannot just show up. Tickets sell out weeks, sometimes even months in advance. The second you know your dates, get online and book. Seriously, you do not want to miss out. Here's a cool little cultural thing you'll notice when you're walking around. You'll see these massive windows with no curtains, giving you a full view right into people's living rooms. This is totally on purpose. It's a tradition that's centuries old, rooted in this idea of transparency and showing you have nothing to hide.
So you've had a little peek into the local culture. Now let's dive in and actually live it. We'll start with how to navigate the city's daily rhythm, beginning with its most famous way of getting around.
Now, biking in Amsterdam isn't just a tourist thing. It's serious transportation. To fit in, you gotta know the rules. Stay in your lane, ride with a purpose, and always be aware of what's around you, especially those silent but super speedy e-bikes.
You know, to really feel the city's vibe, you have to get out of the crowded center. Go explore the charming little streets of the Jordaan, dive into the bustling Cuyp Market into Pijp, or just go chill out with the locals in the beautiful Westerpark.
And if you still had any doubt about the bike culture here, get this. With over 800,000 bikes, there are literally more bicycles in the city than people. I mean, that one fact just perfectly sums up the spirit of Amsterdam.
All that exploring is going to make you hungry, which brings us to one of my favorite topics, the food. Amsterdam's food scene is this fantastic mix of classic Dutch snacks and some really surprising international flavors.
Okay, this is your must-try checklist. You have to get a warm, gooey stroopwafel right from a market stall. You gotta try kibbeling, which is this delicious fried fish snack, and definitely pair a beer with some bitterballen. And for a full meal, you have to experience a rijsttafel, a legacy of the Netherlands' colonial history with Indonesia.
Now, this is a super important distinction that trips up a lot of visitors. A coffee shop is where you go to buy cannabis. If you just want a cup of coffee and a pastry, you need to look for a coffee house or a café. Remembering this will save you from a potentially awkward morning mix-up.
And here's another practical tip to make your trip way smoother. Don't even bother taking out a lot of cash. From public transport to market stalls, almost everywhere takes contactless payments. Just tap your card or your phone and you are good to go.
All right, finally, to get a full picture of the city, we have to look beyond the historic center. Some of Amsterdam's coolest spots are just a short trip away from all the main canals.
So instead of spending all your time in the busiest spots, think about a day of discovery. You could explore the NDSM Wharf, which is a former shipyard that's been turned into this amazing creative hub, or you could take a classic day trip to Zaanse Schans to see those iconic windmills and traditional Dutch houses.
And getting to that super hip NDSM area could not be easier. Just head to the back of the main train station, Central Station, and hop on the free ferry. It's a quick, scenic ride that drops you right in the heart of all the action.
So there you have it, a guide to experiencing Amsterdam beyond just the surface. We've shown you the classics and the curiosities, the rules of the road and the local hangouts. The only question left is, what hidden gem are you going to discover when you go exploring?